Hello.
What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole, this is Dude That's Fucked Up.
She is always in this conversation.
Oh, she who shan't be named?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I gotta turn her off. Hold on.
Okay, turn her off. Shut her down. We are not for silencing women on this podcast, but we will silence her. We will and we must.
I mean, that's a perfect segue into announcing our real story from last week's episode.
Okay, so we called the real. Well, let me read the names of the episode, the names of the stories, and then we'll tell you the real one.
Okay.
First of all, Spotify did not let me name these what we decided because it was too obscene.
Rude.
Okay,
Calm down, Spotify.
Oh yeah, I know. Hello, the name of our podcast is Dude That's Fucked Up. I think it's fine.
Even with like an asterisk?
Yeah. No, I tried to put dildo with all asterisks. Like I put a D, and then I did an asterisk, and then I did LDO, and it was like no. And then I was like, okay, fine, D asterisk. You know, like I did them all, and it's like I still know what you're trying to do here, and it's not allowed. I was like, okay, fuck you. So I put dorm room D, cheeky guest lecture, Grand Canyon barf, man baby puppy poo.
Okay.
And 45% of the vote currently has it right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Man baby puppy poo is the story that was real, that was sent in by a dear listener anonymously.
Oh my God. That man was real.
A real ex.
A real ex-husband.
Yeah.
Ex-partner situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. That was, and I think we even cut some of it out because we were just like, oh my God, this man. But they're no longer together. So good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was hard though. I feel like it was a little tougher. It's getting harder. The machines are getting smarter.
The machines are getting smarter. We're getting better at like formulating the story so that
with the prompts and stuff.
With the prompts, and we're coming up with interesting things. And so I think people are able to suss some of them out. Like they're like, okay, I know that one is not real, but then they have a hard time between the other ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's like, yeah, like someone was like, that London one was sus. I was like, yeah, it was. I couldn't get the AI to like incorporate more because I was like, okay, rewrite this, but make it so that we think they're gonna pee their pants. And then they don't, you know, like, and then the thing is that their underwear gets caught or their dress gets caught in their underwear.
Yeah.
But it was like, it didn't understand how to finesse that. And so it kept putting out like the dumbest shit. And I was like, oh my God. So then I just started over and it did a better job. But still, if a human was writing that, it would have been way more interesting. And it would have like followed the narrative a bit better.
Yeah. It's like I think most of the like art of it is like putting the right prompt in, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
tough.
Well, and I said, make it have puns. It went obviously pun happy because that story had so many fucking puns and references over and over.
Oh my God, it was so funny. And we like made fun of it too. So
yeah, I left him in too. I was like, should I like tone this down because this is very obviously like trying hard. You know, like a person would not try this hard. But
you never know.
You never know.
Oh my God. Well, that was a fun one. We love the Chat GPT episodes. So always never stop sending in your stories. Like you got something, we want to have it on file either for a Chat GPT episode or for just a listener episode, like a listener stories episode.
Which they are essentially our listener story episodes.
Yeah, but a little bit more dishonest or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's fun. Cheers to those who got it right.
Yes.
And sorry to, again, cause a spiral of existential dread. About AI. All right. Well, we do have an episode today. It's a little, a little spooky.
Yeah.
I think.
Getting into the holiday spirit.
Yeah, I like I tried to turn off the lights in like my overhead lights, but my ring light I don't know what happened, but like maybe it's my makeup or something. Like I need to like mattify my face more. I literally just look like a shining ball of like grease somehow.
Oh no.
It was, and I'm not even like greasy. It's like weird. So like I'm dewy, but it was
just picking up the dew too much.
It was doing the dew.
It was doing the dew.
Yeah.
It was overdoing the dew.
It was overdoing the dew. And so I was like, oh God, this isn't spooky so much as it is greasy. I don't know.
Honestly, we should just turn off all the lights and just put a flashlight under our chin like the leprechaun. I'm the leprechaun. Wait, can I do it with my phone?
Do it. Oh my God.
I'm the leprechaun. Oh, I'm the leprechaun. Oh. No, okay, I'm done.
That's beautiful. Good
Thank
job.
you. I did it.
God.
If you're watching the video, or you can watch the video, I just did it. Just know that.
Oh my God. And it was just as creepy as it sounded.
It just made me look like I was Jay Leno, all chin.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm the leprechaun. How does he talk? No, he's like,
not like that.
He's like, hey, I'm the leprechaun.
Oh my God.
That's not him, but it is.
Oh dear God. Okay. Well, today's episode is about hell. I think, sort of a gateway to hell.
I mean, it's like about folklore.
It's folklore.
Yeah.
We've done episodes on hell mouths before.
Yeah.
Which are very fun. But I feel like this one is like kind of the OG, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Like it's ancient.
It's ancient. It's ancient Civ. It's ancient Civ's Helmuth.
Yeah, Helmuth.
Yeah. We should apologize too first, like right off the bat, because there's a lot of Gaelic and Celtic phrasing in here in this episode, and just like general Irish locations. And we are going to butcher them. Just know.
Really sorry. Don't
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
I would also like to say to the Irish people, I do know how to say Saoirse Ronan. So
I also know how to pronounce the name Neve.
Oh, yes. You have a friend, Neve.
I have a friend named Neve. I know that.
It is not spelled with any of the letters you think it's spelled with.
Except for the N.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. That's it. Nothing else in there.
No. I always panic when like, you know, that you've like, they've been visiting before, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, Neve's here. And I panic every time I see the name. Cause I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
what?
I am taken aback.
Yeah. It's so confusing. Yeah, it's going to be bad for all the Irish, Celtic, Gaelic speakers out there, but
sorry.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, did you know that a cave in Ireland might be the gateway to hell and the origin of Halloween?
Ooh.
Which is very on brand for this month.
It is upon us.
It is upon us. Spooky season. We're doing it. And what better way to kick it off than the origins of Halloween?
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know this. I feel like maybe we've done like a Patreon thing that was like a little bit about some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But we haven't talked about this place specifically, but it does lead us into some interesting like traditions and whatnot, and like how we got to be at Halloween today.
Yeah, it's like all the amalgamations that have trickled down come from this.
Yeah.
Like this is the source, I think.
Yeah, totes.
So this cave is kind of nestled in the countryside in a place called County Roscommon. And it is what some people believed, like I said, to be the origin of Halloween. It's a cave known as Ireland's Gate to Hell.
Oh my
and
God.
It's also known as Owen Negat. Owen Negat.
There's no way that's how you say that.
Owen Negat. Which is also that means the Cave of Cats. Which sounds cool. I don't know. I love cats.
No, I think that sounds cool.
I'll go there.
The Cave of Cats. It's like the Cave of Wonders for cat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's believed to be the birthplace of the Irish pre-Christian festival of Samhain or Samhain, which we now today know as Halloween.
P.S. That's spelled Samhain. It's just so everyone knows what we're working with, but we know how to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we know.
Yeah, we know. We're in the know. We're witchy.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, Cave of Cats.
Yeah.
Hell. Do you think this is where the Jellicle cats came from? It's gotta be, right?
I don't know. Does it say anything about like their butthole? Their like digitized buttholes, or
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah. Or do these cats dance?
They sing the cheesiest songs you could ever imagine.
Oh my God. I still have not seen Cats from 2019, but I have to watch it because I'm doing something that like will reference it.
Yeah. I forgot Taylor Swift was in that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel like she was trying to launch her acting career, but it was such a bad film that it
was not the one. That was not the one. It's like trying to jump off of a diving board into a pool of caca, like into a pool of cat litter. Like, that is not the one, baby. That is not the one.
Literally, it's just cat litter, just like clumps. It's clumpy, shitty cat litter.
That is not where you want to be launching your acting career. I feel like she could act, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I think so. I feel like she's like in tune with her emotions, and you need to have that. And also, I think it's probably for the best that like the pandemic kind of arrived shortly after that film came out, and she had some time to like recollect herself, and everyone forgot about that movie.
And she could have the time to see all the memes that came out about that movie and how bad. Like, people still do not like cats, okay? You don't have to. We don't need it.
Oh,
it didn't need to happen.
It's that bad? Like, is it so bad it's not even funny?
Yeah, I think so.
Oof. Well, I told my friend who's making me watch it, I'm like, I'm watching the butthole version. I'm finding the, like, they all have to have buttholes or I'm not watching this.
It's out there. It has to be.
Yeah.
So it's a hellmouth, but it's the OG hellmouth, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, it's part of this like big archaeological site called Rathcrogan.
Yeah, Rathcrogan. I feel like that's a pronunciation we can get behind.
Yeah. And like I said, it's in County Roscommon, and it looks like it's so old that it doesn't look like anything, you know? Like, it's so, like, time has eroded it down to just like a little grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a little mound.
Yeah.
Versus an almond joy. There's no nut in there. It's just a mound.
Oh my God.
And it just is like it looks like a little grassy knoll. Like, there's like aerial shots of it, and it's just like a little bit above a bump. It's like almost imperceptible, but this bitch stretches down underground, like 37 meters below ground, and is home to over 240 ancient monuments. So she's a grower, not a shower.
You need to get in there, baby.
You need to get in there.
Explore.
Yes. She's a ninny.
Oh my God. Gross.
Oh my God. And it's so rude because they almost fucking paved over this whole thing. Like,
oh, I know.
Oh my God. I don't know when in the 20th century, but like it's sometime in the last probably 50 years or so.
You know, that's happened in America, literally in every state. We've paved over like ancient burial grounds and like monuments and
regular graveyards.
Yeah, sacred spaces. Yeah.
Oh, we just have built like fucking supermarkets over them and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, it's rough. It's rough being here.
That's why we're cursed.
Yeah, we're cursed. Okay, so there's like an underground passageway. It's known as a souterrain, and it runs from the entrance for 3 meters until it reaches a natural underground cave. So like it's very unassuming. There's like a little entryway, like a hallway looking thing. It's like very long, and you go in there, and once you get down far enough, it opens up into the
like
cat
a big
cave.
cavernous kind of looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the Cave of Cats, the where that there's an we googled it, we can't figure it out. Okay. But it was originally built as a double souterrain, which I think means it had like a mouth hole and an asshole.
Yeah.
Like at one, it's like an in and an out situation, but I think the asshole collapsed. It prolapsed.
It has a prolapsed anus, yeah.
And so it really only has one entrance now. So that's sad. But it's also old as fuck, dude.
I know. It dates back to like well before Christ.
Yeah.
Like way, way, way before that.
Yeah.
And so it is very, very old.
Mm-hmm.
Celts believe that every year on October 31st, the door would open and let the spirits pass from the underworld into the land of the living. Like this is where, the veil between the underworld and our world drops or gets very thin. And I think it's pretty cool that October 31st has stayed, even though that's like, I don't know if that like actually makes sense with like all the different types of calendars and stuff, but whatever.
I know. Yeah. And sometimes it's like November 1st or what, it's like the transition from October 31st into November 1st or whatever.
Yeah, it's like there is a different type of calendar for all. There's like 4 different. We'll talk about all that, but like, it's very much like off of the pattern of that calendar, but it typically falls on or around October 31st.
Now it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is something they've believed for literally the last like 5,000 years or more. Like it's documented that this time of year was a time of year where they, for different reasons, like kind of had this thought that, oh, okay, this is when death comes. Mm-hmm. This is when the world, the underworld is like joins the living and we get to like merge the two. Or
it's the end of a season, where like it's in transition.
Yeah, it's a transition.
As I was like reading about these different like festivals that they did throughout the year, it's very similar to like Judaism, like how that calendar works. Like the new year or like harvest time is like around the same time, and it's like and then it's all by seasons. It's
seasonal. Yeah, it's kind I mean, we all know that like, spring is like the rebirth and summer is the like work, autumn is the harvest, winter is the death. It kind of like that's kind of how things I feel like work out. And so it is interesting to see the similarities with everything. And we'll get into this a little bit later too, but it's like this, like the Irish weren't the only people kind of like marking this occasion and this day. It's something that a lot of different countries and people have kind of recognized. So, okay, I did want to share something. So this is according to a historian named Dr. What am I, from Wisconsin? What was that?
Doctor, we have somebody with a pancreatitis here. I don't know.
Okay, but also that's probably how he sounds because his name is Dr. Daniel Curley.
Yep, I bet you that is. I bet you.
And he looks like Mr. Vance, our home ec teacher,
Oh.
with like, no, I don't know if he does,
Oh.
but I feel like in my mind's eye, he uses Just for Men on his hair, and it's like the
Absolutely.
reddish brown.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So Dr. Curley, according to him, the Celts believed monsters and manifestations would emerge, led by the goddess Morrigan, I guess, to create a world ready for winter. So the portal opening sort of like ushered in a transition of the seasons, which is a reference to the 4 Gaelic seasons, and that is Samhain. That's November 1st. That's what we're talking about. Imbolc, February 1st. Beltane, May 1st, and Lugnasa, which is August 1st. So like we were just talking about, it's so interesting that these 1,000-year-old traditions were in some way motivated by religion, because this has like pagan roots, and would eventually transition into like Western Christianity and be reflected in that. But like, it's so cool to see that like Mother Nature was our god, and like this is how we were creating these patterns based on the seasons and Mother Nature, and it was all about the earth and bounty and paying homage, even though some of the stuff is, I mean, killing things is not, you're not giving a gift to the gods by like killing your cow or whatever, in my opinion. But like, it's still interesting that they had these ideas, and like I don't know. It's so cool. I love it.
I love it too. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So this time of year, the Samhain or Samhain, people were like, "Oh shit! Like if the door is open and spirits are amongst us, we gotta get the fuck inside."
Yeah.
Let's stay inside. Or if you did have to go outside, if you did have to go out and do stuff, you had to dress up.
Yeah.
You had to disguise yourself.
Yeah, you had to like hide in plain sight, essentially. And they would either stay indoors, or they would stay indoors because they had a fear of being dragged into the underworld by all these like ghouls. But then and also, okay, I thought this was fun. This is also
the birds.
Yeah, the birds. According to Dr. Curley, he said that they also wanted to avoid like the demons and whatever, but also the birds. And he said that the belief was that they had a foul breath that was such it would strip the trees of the leaves, which we know is just the season now.
That's why the leaves would fall off the trees, because the birds had stank breath.
But also, it is so delightful to think about stuff like this, where it's like that's what they observed, and isn't that fun?
I love it.
Like the birds are all in the trees, just like rah, 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 just squawking away,
migrating and hanging out,
talking to each other, and they're like, their breath is so stank that these leaves are fucking coming off these trees. Do not go outside, little insert
Saoirse.
I was gonna say insert Irish name here, but honestly, insert sounds like it could be Irish. And then you said Saoirse, I'm all, yeah, insert.
Insert, yeah. I think insert's more Welsh,
okay.
Actually.
Yeah, baby. It's because you're not pronouncing it the Irish way, which is insert.
Insert. I mean, like, my name is, like, Erin is the most Irish name ever.
Yeah.
You say it the way it looks.
True, that's true. That's rare, though, I feel. No, it's not. I think it's like, I think a lot of Irish phrases now have been also like adapted from Gaelic and stuff. So more things are spelled phonetically now when we look at, Irish towns and shit.
Well, phonetically to us, but.
Right, phonetically to us, yeah.
Yeah, so they wear these ugly ass costumes to blend in with the demons and the stank birds.
So they wouldn't be dragged to hell.
Yeah, I wonder what like the top costume was. Like, I wonder what they were like. What is the ugliest thing we could dress as? Probably a woman of some sort, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like a hag. You know,
I was gonna say a hag. Yeah.
It's always they got it.
Crone.
A crone. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, they probably had like some kind of like, bird mask situation or like.
What was their like ghost face, like hot Halloween costume of the day,
Yeah. Like this year's going to be Barbie and Ken, obviously. Or
Yeah,
Oppenheimer, I guess. Or Barbenheimer. Some sort of like crossover. Yeah, like what was their hot... Oh, probably just like an apple. They loved apples. And also apples have like a really big place in this like tradition.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, apples were symbolize like life and like vitality and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a dog turd or something, like an animal. I don't know.
A heap of leaves. They're like, nobody is gonna find me.
It's like
I don't even want my next door neighbor to know I'm out and about. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna be a big old pile of leaves.
Oh my god, that's funny. A bale of hay.
Yeah,
a cow. Maybe
cow.
Maybe they were like sheep or cow, like they would shear them and make a little costume. This is so long ago. It's like, what could anybody be?
I know.
They didn't have hot glue guns. What do you do? How do you make a costume with no resources? It would have to be a whole flap
Needle
of
and
like
thread.
Oh yeah.
You would not survive a day in the workroom, okay?
No, I would. I know how to sew, so it would take me a while, but I'd get there.
But the fact that you like went straight to hot glue gun. Glue gun.
I know. Well, it is the easiest. Also, I feel like maybe people just went as like, when you pull up the grass, like the layer of the grass and it
like sod.
Yeah, I feel like people just want to sod.
Like rolled up on like
in a carpet. They're just like walking to the general store or whatever. I don't know. My brain can't even like comprehend what life was like 5,000 years ago.
I don't think they had general stores because I don't think
so.
Yeah, that was not a thing.
There was like a blacksmith and an inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that,
yeah.
Okay. So they dress up.
Oh yeah.
So, and it is definitely, that is the like proto Halloween that we all know and love now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Beginning of the fall season, beginning of cold and flu season.
Oh God. Yeah. Speaking of.
Sorry, I have yet another cold. It like piggybacked off my last cold. So.
Oh my God.
It's never ending.
We were joking before we started recording that it's like a spirit that's just taking on the form of different colds.
I'm just so over this shit. Hold on, I'm going to blow my nose real quick.
Okay, yeah. So this is like, obviously we're talking about the cat cave or whatever, and it's in like a very specific area, County Roscommon. But this was also happening potentially in other areas. Like this idea of Samhain and like marking in the specifically this season was happening all around. So archaeologists have actually found evidence in other areas of Ireland where there were like potentially rituals, like where they were burning things, and it's recorded that maybe it was around this time. So they think that like people could have been thinking this everywhere, but this is the main one. Like this is what Ireland recognizes as like pretty much the birthplace of like Halloween. And like we also mentioned already, Samhain is basically the precursor to Halloween as we know it here in America. And that's because a lot of Irish and Scottish immigrants like brought this idea here. And then obviously it grew and we adopted it. And it was the beginning of fall season. And it wasn't just like we're kind of joking about and then people ate apples and they dressed in costumes. But it wasn't just like this little hayride with some apple cider, like cuteness. It was like fucking hardcore.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit got real. Like livestock was brought down from the summer and like from the summer pasture, they brought them down and slaughtered them. And it was, like we said earlier, a sacrifice to hopefully have the rest of your, I'm guessing, younger livestock survive the winter. So it was like a sacrifice to the gods to be like, all right, here's this old one. Now, like, please, when it snows in winter, like, please don't let all my stuff die. And your crops and whatever, too, you know?
Yeah.
So, and they would, like, to give them, like, food and drink and stuff. It was, like, a whole sacrifice.
Yeah, it was it was a festival. It was a ceremony.
Yeah.
It was, like, full of meaning and ritual. And so they also believe, the Celts also believe that this was a time that their deceased, their dead ancestors would visit and expect, you know, some hospitality.
I just think that's so rude.
What?
It's just like, I'm here.
You know what?
Where's
your
my
grandma?
plate?
It's your grandma.
I guess, yeah. That's true. It's just so funny to me. Also, hospitality always makes me think of
service.
Well, specifically Olive Garden, but I don't know why. They don't say that?
When you're here, your family.
Yeah, Italian hospitality. Hospitaliano. Is that what they say?
Hospitaliano.
Do they?
Do they?
They should.
I think hospitality is too close to hospital. That's why I don't like that word.
Ugh, and hospital food is not good. So why would you ever want to use words?
Hospitality also reminds me of like a hotel more than anything.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So, right. Like the idea is that your grandma's coming back or whatever. And then you would set a place for them at this meal that you have for. But I think it's even like maybe beyond that. I think my aunt does that for the whole month. Maybe that's just because she likes to do it. She like sets out she makes like a fun spooky tablescape, but then she sets plates for like her deceased parents and like my grandparents really and stuff. Yeah.
Is that Italian or?
No, I don't think so. She loves Samhain.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Right on.
But I don't know if they do it for. I just know she loves to decorate and she like puts it up like the end of September. Like Halloween's her like. Her time, you know,
her entire religion.
Yeah, which is slowly becoming mine. You know, I bought gibbets for my Crocs that are all Halloween.
Oh, I gotta post pictures of my Shrocks.
Yeah,
I have. I got them.
You rock the Shrocks.
I got the Shrocks.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'll ever wear them out in public, but maybe I'll wear them on Halloween.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, or like leading up to it.
Yeah.
Like you could start testing
this whole month.
Yeah, this whole month. Yeah. Also, part of the tradition was to like cosplay door to door, which is what trick or treating now. But they wouldn't be like trick or treat. They had to do a little performance. They had to do like a little monologue or something.
You can't. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You gotta work for your candy, baby.
There is now. I feel like kids on Halloween fucking expect you to have candy for them, and it's like, well, what do I get? You don't. Your costume's not even good, kid. Like you didn't even try, and you're an asshole.
Listen, you're out here walking the streets, dodging for like cars and shit, like people driving too fast. Sometimes it's cold.
I guess, but like, you gotta at least say trick or treat.
Yeah,
I feel like kids just walk up and open their bag, and I go, "What's the magic word?"
Magic word.
Yeah. I'm not handing this out for free. Be cute. Okay, so we also said earlier, like, this was very much influenced by pagan tradition, this idea of Samhain. However, over time, the Western Church, which is like Christian religions as we know them today, started co-signing what was a similar holiday. I don't know if they like took it and was like, we're going to do this too, or they already had some form of it that they had adopted. But basically, it was All Saints Day, also known as All Souls Day. And that was initially a day. I just think this is so weird. It's a day to remember the dead saints, even the ones you didn't know, like even the ones you don't know.
There's so many.
There's so many. And I was, this is one of those things that Western religions tell people to do. I mean, honestly, all religions do this to some degree where it's like, hey, you need to do this thing. P.S. It's impossible. But that anxiety you carry from not being able to do it right, hold on to that. And then add a little guilt to it. And then that's your personality now.
Yeah. What if they just made the saints like Pokemon cards? Like it would be so much more interesting.
Yeah. Or Beanie Babies, like make them collectibles that people can get money from.
Yeah. Like give them their like, you know, their cool, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's their powers?
Those Funko Pop toys or whatever.
Yeah. Like make them collectable. Well, the people do get the, like, you know, the Saint Christopher
true.
Or whatever.
Yeah. But they wear those are those collectibles or do people pick the one that they want to like watch over them or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought it was weird. But over time it did turn into it did turn into a day to celebrate like all of those who have departed, not just the saints. It's like your loved ones. And I think even now in some countries, it's like just a day to celebrate anybody who is like ever been a Christian. It's like, it's loose. Go ahead. I know you want to sing it.
Let loose, baby, let loose. Sorry. I can't help it.
Oh my God. It's so funny. And of course, a lot of countries influenced by Christianity at some point or another have this holiday, which we mentioned earlier. Obviously, Mexico has Dia de los Muertos. France has La Toussaint, which is All Saints. And Poland has Zen.
Oh, I can't wait for you to say this. Please.
Okay.
Please.
Hang on. Sein Wiskich Swidek.
Oh, I think that was pretty good.
I said let loose.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's probably not close at all. There's a lot of little hangy things off the letters that could mean.
It could mean any number of things.
It literally could mean anything. The caves nowadays, I just want to go back to this because they're still there. You know, we talked about it. They were almost flattened. I think you could go visit them. I don't know if you could go in them or if you have to be.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think maybe archaeologists go in them and like, you know, because there is artifacts in there and there, like we said. And so it's a very cool place to study and learn from. But Cave of Cats. Okay, guess what? A cat was ne'er mentioned once we said Cave of Cats. I was fully expecting like, okay, this is going to be like a site of feral cats or something.
Yeah.
Or like cats go there now. Like I was like, is it overrun by cats? Or was there like a mass grave for like a bunch of cats from like 5,000 years ago? No, nothing. Literally nothing to do with cats. But then I saw, I guess historians' best guess, about the cats is that the name maybe came from the magical wildcats from this Irish myth called Bicrew's Feast.
I'm telling you, it's Jellicle Cats. I'm telling you. Because that shit, Cats is adapted from like some like poem really? or like book of poems about Jellicle Cats is not like an original thing.
Oh, that could be
from cats.
But Jellicle Cats are nice, right? These were hell cats.
Yeah,
in this poem.
I think Jellicle Cats are hell cats.
Oh well, I mean we do think that, but that's our personal opinion. But
okay, Jellicle Cats come from a line come from poetry from T.S. Eliot's 1939 poetry book, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats.
Oh.
Okay, that's all.
How did this ever become popular? Old Possum's Book of Magic.
Who knows what they were doing in the late 1930s?
Drugs.
Like they're yeah, everything had laudanum in it and fucking cocaine.
Oh my God. Okay, well, this other myth is like an Irish folklore myth, and it these magical wild cats emerge from hell or like from a cave, and they attack a bunch of people, and it's like it's connected to this Day of the Dead and stuff, I think. So it makes sense that it would be named that, but not to the layperson who has never read this ancient myth.
I just see cat cave and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Is this? Do I get to pet cats here? Like, what is happening?
Or scratch stuff? Like, is it a cat cave but for humans? And I get to like bat stuff around and like poop in sand.
Cafe. Yeah. It's. I mean, honestly, like, what's going on? I feel like it should be. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. It's just like a very interesting, ancient historical site, and I would like to visit it. I would love to go to the Irish countryside and check this shit out and see if any, jellicle cats or demons come out. Yeah, be sick. I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to go to the Irish countryside in general. I'm just ready to go whenever. So, yeah, I know it's pretty cool. So
yeah. Those are your Halloweeny origins.
Yeah, Halloweeny. Well, okay, so that's it for the regular episode. But then we've been trying these little things. We did a trivia. We did a rant, and today we thought it would be fun to share something we learned. A weird thing, which I went to Reddit because I was like, oh, I'll go to the Today I Learned thing because, people are always sharing really cool stuff there. That's very weird. But I went to trivia last night and I learned something. And so I double checked it and it's true.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Did you know, today I learned really last night, but did you know that turtles can breathe out of their butt?
What?
Yeah. It's
no
real.
Way.
Yeah. It has to do with the, I'm going to get this wrong, but I know we've talked about these before, but the cloaca? Cloaca? However you say that. I forget.
Yeah.
But there's so many blood vessels in a turtle's like asshole that they're able to breathe through it. And that's like partly how they can survive underwater and stuff. For like maybe their butts go up. I don't know exactly, but it's true. I fact checked it. I didn't look into how it works, but it's real.
Wow. That's literally, like, nature is so wild. I don't know why people like have any desire to like make up conspiracy theories when there's an entire earth full of just insane shit,
100%.
It's so
totally
crazy. Okay, that's fascinating. I love it.
What do you have?
Okay, number 1. Today I learned that Olivia Goldsmith, the author of The First Wives Club, died during a plastic surgery operation for a chin tuck. And her novel, like, I guess 2 of her 2 final books were published posthumously. The song Edith Wharton's Figurines from Suzanne Vega's 2007 studio album Beauty and Crime is dedicated to Goldsmith.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, a question.
Suzanne Vega is the do.
Yeah.
That okay.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that, but I've like heard her name before. But I like that song. Okay, and also do not get her confused with the Venga Boys, which sounds close to Suzanne Vega.
It's not like the Venga Boys.
The Venga bus is coming and everybody's jumping. Good song, bop. Mm-hmm. Was she dead before the movie? Like, did she write the book, then they sold it for the movie, then she made a bunch of money, then she got a chin tuck and died? Like, what is the timeline? No.
She died in 2004. The First Wives Club came out in
the 90s.
Yeah. She wrote the book or published a book in 92, and that movie was out in like 90, like mid 96 or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess. Okay. I love that movie.
Yeah, oh, so good. I want to watch that movie right now.
I just rewatched it like maybe 3 months ago.
Oh, it's so good.
It's excellent.
And then so I have another today I learned, and this is very practical. Okay, hold on. I actually need to get a prop for this. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, well, I don't have it. But
Okay.
I thought I had one. My next today I learned was measuring tapes.
Yeah.
How, like, I guess if you look at the measuring tape, it says what the size of the measuring tape is, like the physical measuring tape. So if it's like 3 inches,
like a quick measure,
yeah. So if you're measuring, instead of bending the measuring tape up or whatever, you just add on, like, if it's 3 inches, it says it on there, and you could just add it to the measurement.
Oh my God. What are we all doing out here?
I know. I thought I had a measuring tape to show you, but like the measuring tape itself, like the plastic outside of it, You know
why?
That's
like gatekeeper shit from men, I feel like. And not all #not all men, because I don't think my dad ever told me that. Like, nobody I know knows that. You know what I mean? But
I don't think a lot of people know that.
I know, but why? Why wouldn't people know that? It is so helpful. People are out here bending it in the corner on a fucking floor, trying to do shit. Ugh. Oh my God. Now I know.
I feel like I use my measuring tape like a lot, and now that I know that, I'm just like, oh, like, yeah, that just it's so dumb and so simple, and I'm so mad that I never knew that. But now we know that. Now everybody knows that.
It's also weird that they haven't remade a measuring tape that, like, you can that you could easily measure. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's next.
Disrupt the tape measure.
Yeah,
industry.
Fucking turn it upside down.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's some facts for your life, and some facts about hell.
Yeah.
And Halloween. Maybe. I don't know.
Halloween. They really missed an opportunity there. Well, follow us on social medias at DTFU podcast, all the places. We have a Patreon. You should come check out the Patreon, because that'll tell you like what we offer, which is like bonus episodes every month, and we do a Q&A, and we also have a Discord, and that's the big one. The
Discord is
the fun thing.
We're in there.
Yeah. Someone made homemade. Did you see the homemade French onion soup?
French onion soup.
Oh my God. I was like,
yeah, we have a whole channel where we just post pictures of like food that we made.
Yeah.
Or like recipes or whatever.
Yeah. Or food we like.
Or like restaurants that we are into or whatever.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah. We have a channel for everything. Makeup. Things we bought and liked, kind of that kind of shit. So.
Things on social medias that we love. Pop culture. A meltdown. We have a
like we could vent.
Yeah, we have a vent channel.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So check that out. And thanks for listening. We appreciate you. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Me?
Yeah. Everybody. What are you going to be for Halloween? You.
I don't think anything. I don't know that we're doing anything. But if I do something, maybe I'll be something.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I am wearing my Hello Uglies shirt from Dragula. The new season starts soon. I'm standing too, P.S. I stood this whole time, which was lovely. At my standing desk, yeah. I'm still standing. It gives me lots of energy, which is nice.
Yeah. I love that. It's like a whole vibe change.
Yeah, it's a vibe. That. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you guys.
Yes.
Stay excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
Bye.
Bye.